Transport Phenomena Lab. Today we will perform the experiment using the rotameter. So rotameter is a device which is used to measure the discharge in a pipe. So the formula for coefficient of discharge is CD is equal to Q actual by Q theoretical. So first we have to find out the Q actual. So the formula for the Q actual is A into H by T. So the A is the area of the collecting tank and H is the difference in the water levels in the physiometer. And the T is time. Here in this experiment we are allowing the water to flow into the collecting tank for 1 minute, that is 60 seconds we are using here time. Okay. So in this way we can find out the Q actual and Q theoretical. Finding out the Q theoretical, there is the formula. Okay. So that is the amount of liquid flowing in the rotameter but with respect to the time. Now we will move to the experiment. Okay. Now we will see the experimental setup for the rotameter. This is the reservoir and this is the collecting tank. Okay, so here we have to find out Q actual as well as Q theoretical. So Q actual we will find it out from here and Q theoretical we will get it from here. Okay, so to find out the Q actual, the formula is A into H by T. So here area of this tank is 30 to 39.5 centimeter square and the H, to find out H, the formula is H2 minus H1. So initially the H1 is 3.5 it is showing, it is the initial height of the water present in this tank. Okay, and we will allow this water to flow into this tank for 60 seconds and we will get the H2 value. So the difference in these heights will give the Q actual, and for Q theoretical this is the rotameter, and here you can see this is called as the float. Okay, this is called as a float and this is called the rotameter setup. Okay, now we are allowing this water to flow into this rotameter. Actually the rate of flow of the liquid, if it is increases, then this float will increase. Okay, but when the float is increases, the annular distance between the float and the tube will increase. So that will decide the rate of flow of the fluid flowing into this rotameter. Okay, so now we will find out the Q actual. This water to flow for 60 seconds. So we have allowed this water to flow into this tank for 60 seconds. Now we will see the height of the water in this tank, which we represent basically as H2. Now after allowing the water to flow into this tank for 60 seconds, now you can see the height, that is it is showing 7. Okay, so this is called this is called the H2 value. It is showing 7 centimeters. So initially it is 3.5 and now it is 7. So from this we can find out the H value. Now we will see the Q theoretical. For finding out the Q theoretical, it is the amount of water which is the rate of water which is flowing to this rotameter, which will represent by the height of this float. Now you can see here the height of the float it is showing in this rotameter is 5. Means it is 5 means it is 5 liters per minute. Means the water is flowing into this rotameter at the rate of 5 liters per minute. Okay. So this is for the time 60 seconds. Okay. Now we know Q actual and we know Q theoretical. So we will find out the discharge of the water to this rotameter. Now we will see the calculation part regarding to the rotameter experiment. So we got few readings from the experimental. So we will see those calculation part. So to find here we have to find the coefficient of discharge. So for that we require the Q actual and Q theoretical. So we will see the Q actual first. So to find out the Q actual, we require area of the tank, height, and T, time. Okay. So here the collecting tank having the dimensions of 30 into 39.5, that is the area, and h, that is the height. Height we got it from this formula, h is equal to h2 minus h1. So in the experiment we have seen the h1 value initially is 3.5, and after allowing the water to flow for 60 seconds, so we got the h2 value, that is 7. So the difference of this will give the h value, that is 3.5 centimeters. So we have substituted those values here, and the t we have, that is the time in seconds. So we have allowed the water to flow into the collecting tank for 60 seconds. That is what we have given here. So by substituting all those, we got the Q actual, that is 69.125 centimeter cube per second. So now we have to find out the Q theoretical. So in the Q theoretical, the formula is amount of liquid flowing in rotameter per time. So that is here in the experiment we have seen it is 5 liter per minute. That is the water flow, that is the rate of flow of the water which is flowing through the rotameter. So that's what we have mentioned is a 5 liter per minute, that is we have taken 60 seconds. Okay, so here we are converting that into milliliters, it is 5000 ml by 60. Okay, so that is equal to 5000 centimeter cube per 60. Here it is in seconds. So we know one small conversation that 1 ml is equal to 1 centimeter cube. Okay, because the discharge here it is centimeter cube per second. So we have to convert that here also in terms of centimeter cube per second. So that is what we have done, small conversion, and then to centimeter cube. Okay. So now by calculating this, we got the Q theoretical, that is 83.33 centimeter cube per second. Now this is nothing but the Q theoretical. So we know Q actual and we know Q theoretical. Now we can find out the coefficient of discharge by using this formula. So that is CD is equal to Q actual by Q theoretical. So Q actual we got 69.125 that we have substituted. And Q theoretical we got 83.33 that we have substituted here. So we got the coefficient of discharge, that is 0.83. Okay. Similarly, you can repeat the experiment for 2 more times and you can find out the average of the coefficient of discharge of the rotameter experiment.